Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Erislandy Lara coming up right around the corner. In my eyes, I think this is one of the best fights of the year. Um, Fucking very, very interesting fight, man. This is a fight that the fans been wanting for for like years now, man. I want to say even going back since I want to say 2011, 2012. The fans wanted this fight, so now we're finally getting it. Finally getting it. And I actually like this path that Canelo's on, man. I think right now he's on a very good path. Excuse me. Um, this is a very good path for him because these are the kind of fighters he should have fought before Floyd Mayweather. I think if he would have fought Angulo, Lara, maybe Martirosyan, some combination of those fighters before Mayweather, I think it would have prepared him much better. But what happened in the past happened in the past. I believe Canelo learned a lot from that fight, man. I really do. I think he's gonna come back. The dude is obviously still young. He's still very, very early in his career still. This dude still has one hell of a career ahead of him, man. Same thing for Lara too, man. First off, I got to commend both fighters for taking this fight. I really do. I'm telling you guys, man, Lara did the right thing, man, calling Canelo out. That's what you got. That's what you got to do. We don't live in an easy boxing world nowadays, man. It's very political. It's very hard for fights to get made. And I feel that, the words you speak that come out of your mouth has so much power, more power than what we actually think. You know what I'm saying? I mean, who knows? Who knows what would have happened if Lara never would have called out Canelo in that post-fight press conference? I mean, who knows? You know what I'm saying? We don't know for sure that this fight would have got done if you wouldn't have called him out. So that right there shows you the power of the power you have when you call another fighter out. I might do another video on that, coming up pretty soon, but I really want to get down to the nitty gritty of this fight, man, because this fight is actually very, very, very interesting, man. It's a very tough fight to call. And to tell you the truth, I don't think there's really no wrong way to call it. I've been watching a lot of prediction videos. I don't think there's a certain fans you want to say, like a certain amount of fans that's predicting Canelo to win. I believe actually it's an even amount that's predicting each fighter to win. It's like similar to when Donaire fought Rigondeaux. It's I think this is a 50-50 fight personally. I really do. Let's see. Lara just came off the big win off Angulo. Trout. He dominated Trout. Canelo just came off the big win off Angulo. I feel that Lara I believe he's a better technical boxer. When you look at this matchup, you got the classic boxer versus the boxer puncher. Okay, Lara, the dude has good stamina. Okay, he can move he has very good footwork. His footwork's better than Canelo's. Okay, he's got pretty good power. He's got a nice jab. He bends at the waist. He protects his body pretty good. Dude has overall very solid boxing skills. Sometimes he leaves himself open. We saw that in the Angulo fight. But I mean, no fighter is perfect. You know what I mean? He came back. He made Angulo quit. So you really have to look at sometimes it's not really about how you get knocked down. It's really just how you get back up. And Lara accomplished that very well, in my opinion. Canelo, pretty much, he made Angulo respect him very early in that fight. Canelo's power, it made Angulo very stiff. Angulo just didn't really want to open up hard. Didn't want to throw that much punches, man, after he felt that power, man. He was like, "Fuck that! I'm not gonna open up against this cat." I'm kind of like looking. I want to try to keep this video short and sweet because it's just such a hard fight to call. But I'm looking at the politics side of this fight, okay? Because we all know that Golden Boy and Oscar De La Hoya, they still want to make, Canelo Alvarez the next big thing. You know what I'm saying? They know for a fact that if it's one fighter that can, elevate his, Golden Boy promotions to that next level, lead the cavalry into the future, they know for a fact it's Canelo Alvarez. This dude sells out arenas. He's a likable guy. He's got all the tools, to be the next quote unquote Golden Boy. And that's what they're still trying to do with this kid. They're trying to mold him, build him up. You know what I'm saying? They still see potential in this kid. Trust me, they still want to make this guy the best thing in boxing. I'm telling you right now, man. So, as I'm looking at this fight, I'm telling you right now, from the opening bell, Lara is going to be down 2 rounds. He's going to be down 2 rounds. And I feel that Lara, I honestly really feel that he's going to have to either A, knock down Canelo a couple times in this fight, or B, he's really going to knock him out. And that's the part where I'm kind of looking at, because he's not going to be able to go in this fight, think that he's going to try to outbox him and just try to, get an easy decision. It's not really going to work like that, I'm telling you. Lara's going to have his work cut up from the beginning of this fight. Lara is really going to, I feel, he's going to have to put work into this fight, because number one, he's really going to have to influence the judges, and he's going to have to influence Canelo's fan base. He's got to do both, I feel, because he really has to let Canelo know who's the man Saturday night. And that's why I feel that he has to knock Canelo out. He has to he really has to put on a clinic in this fight, similar to Mayweather versus Marquez, or a Rigondeaux versus a Donaire. If you don't knock him down, or if you don't obviously knock him out, he's going to have to really just make Canelo look silly. Like, he's going to have to make him miss every punch, literally. He's going to have to bust Canelo up. I mean, he's really going to have to put in some serious work to get the nod in this fight. I actually feel that Lara is a better boxer. I believe he's a better technical boxer. But I just don't know if he's going to get the decision in this fight. I think this fight is going to go to the scorecards. And I think this fight is going to be close. But being that the way how the politics is in boxing, and Lara is going to be on the big lights with Canelo's fan base. Lara is really going to have to seriously dominate this kid. And if the fight does become close, I'm telling you right now, there's no way they're going to give it to Lara. There's just no way. It's literally impossible. The minute Canelo throws a punch, the crowd is going to go crazy. It's going to be like and especially if Canelo gets in close and lands some serious combinations, the crowd is going to go crazy. And I'm telling you right now, it's going to influence the judges. Now, can Lara dominate this kid? I think he does have the potential to do it. He dominated Trout. So, I just feel like Lara he can't really afford to, knowing that Canelo stamina is not the best, I believe that it's better for Lara because I feel that Canelo is going to look at the Angulo fight, and because Angulo and Trout fights totally different. Trout is more of a pure boxer, and then you got Angulo, he's more of a straightforward, come forward fighter with a lot of heart and will. And he was very aggressive against Lara, and he was able to get on the inside against Lara, and that's where I saw Lara's flaws. Was that Lara's defense is not the greatest, and he's not the greatest when it comes on the inside. That's why if you notice, Lara every time Angulo kept coming forward, try to get him up against the ropes, Lara kept circling he always kept circling, and he learned that really quick. So I feel that knowing that how Lara is going to be down 2 rounds at the beginning of this fight, he's really going to have to keep pot shotting this dude, work his jab, because I think he has a very good jab, and Lara has pretty good power. Don't get it twisted. I think this dude could punch pretty good. He's really going to have to use a lot of feints, make Canelo throw. I think that Lara has the better reflexes, and I think he's better. His hand speed's a little quicker. Okay, I think that if he could pot shot Canelo and keep moving, don't let this dude get comfortable, because eventually, as soon as Canelo starts getting low with the stamina, when he starts getting tired from stamina, that's when I think Lara should capitalize on it. Don't try to get too aggressive with this dude early in the fight. I think that Lara has the stamina to keep up with Canelo. I really do. I think his stamina is excellent. Canelo, Canelo has to adapt some kind of he really needs to adapt a bulldog mentality in this fight. He really does. He's really going to have to. We're going to have to see something. Also, we're going to have to see something dynamic from Canelo as well. You know what I'm saying? This is not going to be an easy fight for him. I don't think this is going to be an easy fight for any of these fighters. But with all that being said, I can't do videos longer than 15 minutes. I would actually make this video longer and break it down some more, but I have such little time on my account. But just to make this short and sweet and to wrap it up, I think this fight is going to go to the scorecards. I don't see nobody getting knocked down. I believe it's going to be a tight technical fight. I think that Lara is going to look stronger in the later rounds. Canelo is going to win a majority of the early rounds. I really just don't know how the judges are going to see it. So, like I said, Lara is really going to have to dominate Canelo, and that's the issue. Where I'm looking at, can he dominate this kid? When you're fighting somebody like a Canelo, you don't want it to go to the scorecards unless it's so obvious you're winning. You know what I'm saying? So it's not going to be an easy task for Lara. I like Lara. I like both these fighters actually. But I'm really looking forward to a great fight come Saturday. But my official prediction, I think Canelo is going to win on a very close decision on the scorecards. I really just can't wait for this fight. But if Lara could go out there and dominate Canelo, then shit, the sky's really the limit for him, man. If he could go out there and dominate him, I'll be impressed. I really will. And I'll give him his props. I'll do a post-fight video. You know what I'm saying? So this is just one of those fights, man, where there's really no wrong way to call it. I'm just gonna say let the best man win. I'm going with Canelo to win this fight. But it's a very, very, very tough, interesting fight, man. These are the fights boxing needs right now. These kind of fights where you don't know who's going to win. You have an idea who's going to win, but it's a very, very difficult fight to predict. And that's what I like about this fight. But that's how I see this fight going down. I got Canelo Alvarez winning a close decision.